This year, like every other, was filled with many praiseworthy shows. And with fall just around the corner, how can we not get you hyped for what's coming next? Once in a few seasons come such banger rosters filled with only the best of the best. Hello and welcome back to Animeology. Today we have compiled for you the top 10 anime you should be watching this fall. In this list, only the best of the best lie, shows you wouldn't want to miss. Number 10, I somehow became stronger by raising farming related skills. Al Wayne, a young prodigy in the field of farming and cultivation, lives a quiet and peaceful life in the village of Sills. Through his practices, he has refined his farming skills to a great degree, and with it comes a few more benefits. Because of that, from time to time, the villagers use his help in exterminating monsters. One day, after finishing his daily chores, Wayne looks at his stats, only to find them at an incredible magnitude. All his skills have combined and maxed out. With this, he also gains incredible physical capabilities, but this also marks the end of his peaceful life, because in the royal town of Magus, the threat of the once defeated Demon Lord again looms over them. When an official named Cecil betrays his king and reveals his true identity, good old Wayne finds himself in the middle of this chaos. Now, he must use his newly maxed out abilities and battle for his kingdom's survival. Number 9, Reincarnated as a Sword. Okay, this one might be a little weird. Following a car accident, a once common man finds himself in another world as a sword, with little to no recollection of his past name. Accepting his new fate as a blade, he begins to search for a wielder. In his lookout, one fateful day, as a caravan of slave traders is passing by, one giant two-headed bear appears and begins wreaking havoc. In last moments of desperation, a young cat-girl slave named Fran takes up the sword, releasing it from its servitude and unlocking the overwhelming powers which it holds. Using this, she easily bests the bear, and from then on, the duo stay with one another. As the two can't recall his original name, Fran bestows upon him the title Shisho, and thus the two embark on a journey together. Number 8, The Eminence In Shadow. Sid Kagano, as a child, dreamt of not becoming a heroic or villainous character, but a mastermind who pulls strings from the shadows. But while practicing for this dream of his, Sid befalls a terrible accident and passes away. But then a reincarnated him wakes up in a magical world, finally having his chance of becoming a mastermind manipulator hidden amongst the common men. Maintaining a mediocre appearance, his pursuit of the goal brings him into contact with Alpha, an elven girl. Concocting a story about an evil organization, the Cult of Diabolos, Sid recruits little Alpha into his own made-up organization, the Shadow Garden. Unbeknownst to him, the made-up cult exists in reality, and he soon finds himself in an unwanted power struggle. From then on, Sid's sole purpose becomes to recruit new members and lead his team against the fowls of Cult Diabolos. Number 7, Shinobi Noitoki. In modern-day Japan, Itoki Sakuraba, the main character, is living an ordinary high school life. But all this changes one day. While making his way home, a truck driver attempts to hit and assassinate him. Furthermore, it's revealed unto the boy that he, in actuality, is the 19th heir to the famous Iga ninjas and must protect his village from the rivaling clan, the Kogas. Left with no choice, Itoki decides to become a capable ninja in order to halt their nemesis once and for all. For this purpose, his mother enrolls him into Kokuten Ninja Academy, the only high school specializing in the shinobi arts. Now a practitioner of the modern ninja ways, equipped with high-tech gear and sleek suits, Itoki and his newfound shinobi allies must battle the Kogas and end this generation's old rivalry, and thus unfolds an action-packed story. Number 6. To Your Eternity, Season 2. A shonen anime series that follows the story of an immortal by the name of Fushi, who can adapt the form of anything in his contact. The anime is very existential, as the immortal takes the form of many beings, such as an orb that turns into a rock, then a wolf, a girl, and now a human, in order to understand what it means to live. Despite being immortal, Fushi dies countless times throughout the series and comes back to life again. Ah yes, reincarnation. 40 years after the events of Season 1, Fushi is now all grown up. But for how long? Cause the knockers don't seem to be resting. So now the time has come for him to once again embark on a journey that will test him to the limits. What new adventures await our boy? Number 5. Blue Lock. After getting fed up with their defeat in FIFA, the Japanese Football Union hire Eagle Jinpachi, a soccer enigma who comes up with a training regimen called Blue Lock. Designed to build the world's greatest striker, this program is what might make it break the Japanese team. Amidst the hype, arrives the protagonist of this story, Yoichi Isagi, who also joins this program in hopes of becoming the world's best soccer player. One can judge from the teaser alone what force this series is about to bring. The character design, the well-built animation, and those eyes. Those damn eyes. After a very worthwhile wait, we might just receive a worthy successor to Haikyuu. Number 4. Spy Family Part 2. Secret agent Lloyd Forger is the only man who can keep the peace between the neighboring countries, Westalis and Ostania. His mission, Operation Strix, entails him to get married, have a child, who would then help him infiltrate into the enemy's prestigious school. In light of this task, he accidentally finds himself an assassin wife and a telepathic child. In this upcoming core of the fan favorite, our unusual family continues to get into unwanted situations. Furthermore, a new member, Bond the dog, is ready to join their midst. With Season 1 a classic hit, a Part 2 for the series is set to be released in October 2022. We just can't wait to be taken away by the action, suspense, and cuteness of Starlight Anya. Number 3. Chainsaw Man. Thanks to a devil dog that he saved named Pochita, Denji has been bestowed with the ability to transform parts of his body into chainsaws. Orphaned at a young age, he was trapped in a vicious cycle of working for scraps just to pay for his late father's misdeeds. But all that changed when on the brink of death, he met Chainsaw Dog. Involved in odd jobs alongside other eccentric devil hunters, he now kills to survive. However, even with a group of friends and teammates, Denji still struggles to determine his dreams and form meaningful relationships while performing his devil-slaying task. And if that's not enough, watch it for Makima. This show is what makes fall 2022 special for many anime fans. Despite this being only the first season, the hype it has grossed is truly outstanding, and judging by the flawless tease of animation, it's pretty obvious that Chainsaw Man will take the internet by storm. Number 2, Mob Psycho 100, Season 3. Shigeo Kageyama, aka Mob, has awakened his dormant psychic powers and is now capable of great feats. Though choosing not to use these gifts, he mainly applies them in impressing his crush. Things change when, in order to control his powers, Mob enlists himself under Arataka Rain, a con artist who claims to be a psychic and exploits him for chump change. Now an exorcist, Mob, under Arataka's command, uses these powers and gains control over them. However, the potential he displays is nowhere near what Mob is actually capable of, because if provoked beyond limit, a calamity rises, annihilating any opponent in his wake. The first 2 seasons of Mob Psycho were by far one of the best seasons in terms of story and animation, and with the third and final installment, having bested the Claw Leader, Toichiro Suzuki, and having gained confidence in his gifts, Mob approaches a beautiful ending to his story. Number 1, Bleach ThousandYear War. Was it all just a coincidence, or was it inevitable? Ichigo Kurosaki gained the powers of a Soul Reaper through a chance encounter. As a substitute Soul Reaper, Ichigo became caught in the turmoil of the Soul Society, a place to see souls gather. But with help from his friends, Ichigo overcame every challenge to become even stronger. When new Soul Reapers and a new enemy appear in his hometown of Karakura, Ichigo jumps back into the battlefield with his Zanpakuto to help those in need. Meanwhile, the Soul Society is observing a sudden surge in the number of hollows being destroyed in the world of the living. They also receive separate reports of residents in the Rukon district having gone missing. The history and truth kept hidden by the Soul Reapers for 8,000 long years is finally brought to light. All things must come to an end as Ichigo Kurosaki's final battle begins.